Fella,
Hey, what's going on?
and that just chilling. Another day, another dollar. If you ask them for one, they might make them holler. God And how you doing, my brother? What's been going on with you,
Man, a whole lot's been going on. When's the last time that we talked?
man? I talked to you towards the end of last year.
Oh yeah,
It's been talked.
whole
Yeah,
lot been going on.
yeah. So shoot. So let me get these particulars on the road so we can get this thing rolling because I see we have a lot to discuss.
Okay.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Smokers Lounge here on Anchor, the perfect app for anyone trying to start their own podcast career. All you got to do is download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm and get yourself a profile today. I'm your host, Kavanaugh, the Super Champ, aka the Porn Rap Star. Y'all know what it is. Find all my links with one link, allmylinks.com/porn rap star. Let me tell you about three wonderful sponsors that we have. The first one being the Facebook and LS community, lsworld.com. Next up is one of the hottest adult magazines in the game right now, risismmagazine.com. And last but not least, but black owned for you content creators, 90% profit if you join, as well as healthcare if you need it. And for you consumers, another place for you to get some hot Triple X content. I'm talking about none other than xsitebunny.com. Best part of it, you ain't got to worry about them hashtags being blocked because whatever you put up there, they'll accept. Also, check me out on SkyhawkAfterDarkTV.com as well as the BGPLLC app, which you can get on your phone or on your desktop. Check out SGP Radio. You can listen to me and many other great other podcasts coming from porn to music to sexuality to pro wrestling. So go check it out. Now I'm going to shut up and let this legendary man who is now making his return back to the lounge introduce himself.
Hey everyone, this is Thor Johnson.
No doubt. And this dude, trust me, is a beast in all of his purposes. So what's been going on, Mr. Johnson? What's been up with you, buddy? I ain't talked to you in a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Well, I was in contract with a toy company, and they were producing a dildo for me that all the fans could buy. Like they would just go to that guy's website and purchase it, and he would handle everything else. So it was pretty easy back then. And then that company since then went bankrupt. And the rat bastard fucker took a bunch of people's money. He ordered a whole bunch of product from China and then never paid China. So they never delivered all the stuff. And so eventually China reached out to me and was like, "Hey, have you heard from this guy?" And I was like, "No, and I have a contract with him. I'm not supposed to be talking to like the manufacturer."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Well, he ordered all these toys and hasn't talked to us. We can't get him to reply. It's been like 2 months." And they sent me a list of people that had never got their shit, And they're like, "Well, we're wondering if you want to take over and we could basically do the same business where we drop ship for you and you just market it yourself." So I tried hard to get a hold of the guy, couldn't get a hold of the guy, and I was like, fuck this contract. This is
Yeah.
my name on this shit, and this is my fans he's selling this shit to. So what? Fuck that guy. So I started selling the toys myself. They can, I market it on social media right now. I don't have a website or anything. I don't know if I want to continue to do it after the stuff that they have already produced sells. I don't know, because the amount of money it takes in like the shipping and all that, man, that's a big overhead in that whole process. I can see why the guy went bankrupt. He got in over his fucking head, and
Yeah.
he was charging twice as much for these toys than what I'm charging. And like, I think he just fucking bit off more than he could chew.
Yeah, because when you're talking about doing toys, that takes a lot because you got to also make them, manufacture them, ship them, and you got to be able to make your money back and stuff. So now that the middleman is gone, I know you're very happy that you talking directly with the company versus the middleman.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I always prefer to do your own business,
Yeah. So shoot. So how does it feel to have your dick immortalized?
Been a dream of mine to have a dildo based after me for a very long time. You know, because my one of my favorite porn stars back in like the early 2000s, his name was Shane Diesel. You remember Shane Diesel?
Oh, who don't remember Shane Diesel?
Yeah. The guy was just slaying him left and right. Huge monster dick on the dude. They made a toy after him, and since I've gotten into the industry, like I've met him, I think I met him only one time, but you know we've talked and stuff. I actually picked his brain about like the toy line and what I should do and stuff. And you know, when I saw that he had a toy and all that, I kind of wanted to get my own someday. And eventually, hey, it's happened, and you know that it's been a fucking process, but it's a great experience.
Now, how do one get a toy? I mean, to get their own toy, is it that the companies, you have to be at a certain level as a male talent? You got to have a certain popularity. What was some of the things that goes into a company picking that guy to build a toy around?
Probably definitely like the fucking fan base. Do they have a marketable fan base, you know? Because I know a lot of guys want to have their own toy, but do you have a fan base to market it to, or is it going to be such a great toy that you can put it on a shelf anywhere and people are going to buy it, you know? So I think you gotta, for the company to approach you, they have to look at it like, okay, this person has a fan base that wants to buy it. And as you probably know, I have a huge gay fan base. A lot of my fans are gay guys. And gay guys are typically the people who buy dildos. You know, women buy vibrators and like wands.
They don't buy no dildos.
Yeah. They don't typically, you know, if you find a woman that buys dildos, you stick with her because she's a nasty freak. But women don't typically buy dildos. You know, they don't masturbate with penetration that often. Gay dudes, they love dildos. You know, it's the second best thing than having another fella around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's interesting, because that's the biggest misconception I think that us as guys or people think that women use dildos. They don't use dildos as much. Actually, if they use a dildo, it's really more so for the aesthetic, for scenes or the webcam. But when they get off, they use vibrators and bullets.
Yeah, typically, you know, especially nowadays because there's so many other like toys that were created for women. Back in the day, they had dildos and they had vibrators, but the vibrators were shaped like dildos. Yeah. You know, like the 80s and the early 90s and stuff like that.
Most definitely. So shoot, so with these toys, where they're gonna be distributed? Is it gonna be on their site? Is it gonna be in stores?
Well, right now, like, you know, I thought about building the website for it and possibly like selling some other adult toys and stuff, but I don't know business wise if it's such a great thing because we're having a lot of problems with China right now and the distributors and stuff, and China keeps getting locked down. So I don't know. And plus, you got to think I could put that same money into like selling T-shirts or, you know, beard products or something like that. And, you know, the people that I could market that to is much larger. So would like, you know, dwelling further into the dildo toy company, is that a good business venture? I don't know. As of right now,
because I would think that in order for the toy to sell, that you got to be a popular male talent, and not only popular to the women, but also popular to the gay fan base. So being that you have a strong fan base, you probably might could get them toys off versus just the average dude, because the fact that you got a strong gay fan base and you also got a strong woman fan base as well.
Yeah. You know, I have a pretty big fan base. A lot of people know who I am. A lot of people watch me and stuff. So, and these guys, they'll buy. You know, I have a great fan base. They'll buy almost everything I put out. You know, I've been selling straight porn to gay guys since 2014. You know, most guys can't say that. You know.
But yeah, I'm sitting here looking at you getting head while cooking on the grill from what is this roasty cushion, smoking your cigar. You're just so manly right now.
That was
That's
a
the shit
good,
I'm
good.
talking about.
Yeah, that was a good trip. That was. Yeah, she's hot too, huh?
Yeah, she is. I mean, because like I said, it's kind of like what guys don't understand is that our bones is built off the females that we work with. So the more hot girls you work with, the more they want to work with you. You feel
Oh
me?
yeah.
Because it's kind of like when they see, it's kind of like relationship. Why a married man will get macked on way quicker than a single man,
Oh,
because
absolutely. Yeah.
no one wants somebody that's not wanted. You know.
Yeah.
So cause like I said, I'm just sitting here looking at some of your stuff. I was like, I see you to work with my girl, Amazon Lee. I think this was your second time working with her.
Yeah, and we got a really good professional video done this time. It was all POV, but she
Mm-hmm.
used the toy. She used the toy in the video also.
Yeah, I
And
see.
I handed it to her, and then she opens it up like an unboxing thing, and then masturbates with it. But yeah, she's super great to work with.
Yeah,
On camera,
she's a
off
sexy.
camera.
Yeah, she's a sexy ass tall something, yo.
Oh yeah, she's tall. She's like 6'3". She's definitely an Amazon. Her feet are bigger than mine. I was like, oh my. She's like, put your foot in my shoe, and I was like, what? And she's like, I guarantee you there'll be extra room. And I was like, no way. I put my foot. I was like, holy shit, there's an extra inch in this damn shoe.
Yeah, she a big girl, and I ain't even gonna front. I hate I retired because I meet her after. It's funny how I meet so many girls that I could probably shoot with now, but because I'm retired, I can't do shit about it. Because she one of the ones that I would have loved to have worked with. Because I just love tall Amazon women anyway. I find them so sexy to me.
It's very hard to find. Very hard.
Yeah, yeah, and two, I'm pretty sure like even when I know like when I film with taller women, it sold well. So I can imagine working with someone like Amazon Lee or where's the Amazon Honey. It's another guy I talk to. Them being as tall as they are, I'm pretty sure that it brings in a niche market, which in turn, generates a lot of sales.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's not just that they're BBW; it's that they're like this, like a goddess of BBWs or
Yeah,
something. So yeah, it's different. It's different, and very sexy.
most definitely. And I see you also work with Chantel because I heard she recently
Oh
took
my
a
god,
visit
yeah.
took a
Oh
visit to Vegas. I don't never see her ass come out of New York, so this shocked the fuck out of me that she went to Vegas.
man, that was the connection between me and her. That was amazing. She was so great to work with, and just nasty freak the whole time. We
Yeah.
like practiced the positions and stuff all around the house before we started filming. Like a lot of girls are real standoffish in this industry, like, oh, I don't do that off camera, or don't kiss me, or oh, like
I be
leave me
hating
alone
that.
before we start filming. Man, she was just like she was a sweetheart, and she was just like horny as hell, squirting before we even started filming. I was like, oh,
Damn.
this could be one hell of a damn video. So yeah, it was good and nasty. I remember I had her sit on my face at the end, and she was squirting, and that fucking squirt ran up and got my goddamn eyes. I think my eyes have been red since then.
Damn. Yeah, because I ain't gonna front, like girls I work with squirting. It's like especially ones that can really squirt. It's like when you go down, especially when you eat the pussy.
Yeah.
And she's one that come off of eating pussy. Oh man, your face gonna be so.
Yeah. So
it be a couple of times I done had red out like I just smoked a goddamn half an ounce
yeah,
because of damn cheek to squirt in my face.
all up in my fucking eyes. I was like, oh my god, like this must be what women feel like when a man nuts in their eye or something. That shit
Oh
was
yeah.
burning.
Oh yeah. I mean, one time I hit a girl in the eyes, man. Her eyes was red as shit. She was mad as hell. I said, "Well, damn, what you expect me to do? I was trying to just hit your mouth. I didn't mean to squirt you in there. Cause see, my shit don't blow out. It just comes out.
Yeah.
This one time it blew out. They caught her off guard. She said, "What the fuck?" I said, "I don't know what you do to me."
Yeah, got you a little too excited, huh?
Oh, most definitely. And I'm saying, look at you with sex doll. She is gorgeous, bro. She sucked toes and everything. God damn, bro, what the hell you be finding these motherfuckers, man?
Man, it's
You
been
be
a good
finding
year.
down.
It's been a
You be
good
finding
year.
that down for whatever. Goddamn, that's some child you want to work with.
Yeah. You know what? I'm done working with the women that are like standoffish or oh, I don't do this or I don't want to do like no. I mean, it's so much better if they just really want to fuck and they just want to do whatever because they're just horny. That's the type of women now that I really want to film with. And I've been
Yeah.
filming a lot of rough scenes too. Like I've been coming into contact with a lot of girls that like to be slapped and like just choked and spit in the face. And there, I filmed with this one girl, Violet Vixen, this little skinny white chick.
Yes,
And
actually, I'm seeing the video now.
yeah, she was like, "I want you to put a cigar out on me."
Damn. She about it. Even from the position, because you did one of my positions where you like you put the foot on the back of the neck, doggy style.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love that damn position, yo. I love that shit. You can't do that with every girl because every girl feels some type of way if you do it. But it's like the girls are into BDSM, they all for that shit.
Oh yeah, they love to be dominated. Absolutely. Yeah. That's the type of women I'm looking to really just film with now. Because
Yeah.
that, that was the first really rough sex I ever had was with her. And that just waking something up in me. And I was like, oh my God, like you'd slap her in the face and it just made her even more horny. And I was like, damn, my mom raised me not to slap a woman. What like I'm having some weird mixed feelings about this, but like if they want you to slap them up during sex, like, well, let me know, girl, because I'll slap you.
Yeah, because with me, I like my first true BDSM scene was with this girl, this Miss Tina, who ended up becoming a slave of mine. And I had so much fun with that scene because she liked it rough. She was like, "No, I want you to make me cry." I said, "Really?" I said, "Okay, we can do that." And she wanted me to slap the dog shit out of choke and everything. I like, even when we was about to become a dom anyway, and I like it rough,
Yeah.
but it's very rare. I never, that was the first time I ever filmed with somebody that was for that. You feel me? And
Yeah.
it feels good when you can work with somebody that you don't have to worry about offending them. You don't have to worry about them getting uptight because they into that shit.
Yeah.
And two, also, it seems like girls are becoming more extreme now in porn. They're moving towards doing anal. They're moving towards more of BDSM. Period. Even when I see my girl Marie Daly is dead into BDSM. She like being choked out, humiliated and spit on and stuff like that. Why do you think more girls are now trying to roll into that part of porn?
Well, when I first moved here and I got really into like the mainstream stuff and was interacting with a lot of them here in Vegas, BDSM in Vegas is huge. There's a lot of people into it. I noticed that the fetish thing was really taking off a lot. And so girls were kind of dwelling out into like doing just fetish clips. But I think when they did just the fetish thing, they weren't quite satisfied like they had been when they were getting fucked. And so, you mix that rough fetish stuff into sex, and I think people they really they like to see that. The big industries, the big companies, they don't produce that much stuff of it. They're afraid to touch it because you get the wrong girl in there and she agrees with this. Well, afterwards she might change her mind and say, "Oh, I didn't agree to it." So the big companies are kind of afraid to touch it. So the only people really producing it are self-producers right now, and the girls are producing their own stuff. So if they get fucked in the ass, they get 100% profit off of it, and not just a company saying, "Oh, well, we'll pay you the extra 200 or the extra 500 to do anal," And so, like, well, if I could make, however much money off of that scene every day that I sell it, I'll just fucking do it. I don't have to wait for a company to pay for it.
Yeah, because it's funny how companies, when they see a girl that did anal, they won't book her. But at the end of the day, it's more beneficial for her to do anal on her own because she'll make more money off of it in the long run than if she just did the company.
Yeah. And I noticed also, like, because I just, what is that girl's name? She's an anal whore. I flew out to Philadelphia and shot with her.
You talking about
Real
Taylor
pink.
Nicole?
Taylor Nicole, yeah. And I was
Yeah,
talking to
yeah.
Taylor.
Smoke buddy, shouts out to my smoke buddy. Go ahead. She been on the show twice.
Yeah, she's super great to work with too.
And she takes it in the ass like it ain't
Mhm.
shit.
And that asshole, that feels like a pussy when you fuck it. That was the first time I ever felt it. Every time I ever fucked a girl in the ass, it felt like I was
Yeah,
fucking an ass. But
yeah,
like I stuck my dick in that, it's like, damn, this feels completely different than most women's butts.
yeah.
But and she was into slapping too. Like she loved to be slapped.
Oh
You know?
yeah, she loves it rough.
Yeah. But we were talking, and she was like, "Oh yeah, the big companies that do like that shoot anal scenes now. If
Yeah.
you don't have like anal scenes that you've already filmed, they won't even talk to you.
No, they won't.
Yeah, because they don't want a girl that's like just trying to tip their toes into it. Like they want an anal scene. They want a girl that can take it up the ass.
When you got girls like her, Rainbow Rider, and Avery Jane, yeah, because they want the gaping, they want it to be rough with the anal. So they want a girl that is used to doing anal sex and doing it a lot, especially if they plan to do a DP. And see, also what helps. Let's say Nicole, she also does gangbangs. So that also opens up the door for her to get more bookings as well because they know, okay, her ass is very seasoned.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You could if you bring a new guy in that has never really done anal on a woman, he
Yeah,
can't accidentally hurt her because her ass
yeah,
is already, she's already knows how to prep it. She knows how to stretch it. She's
yeah.
gonna show up. She don't have to like, okay, just slowly stick it in. No, it's like it's ready to go. You can fuck the hell out of her. So no one's gonna accidentally hurt her and stop the production
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So yeah, they're looking for
And they ain't
girls
got
who are
time
like
for you to
true
prime the
anal
ass
studs.
neither. They ain't got time for you to prime the ass neither.
No, you show up ready. That's the type of girls they're looking to book. But if it's like a young, like if they're shooting like young teen models, like you're
Yeah.
18, they really want that first anal shot on film.
Yeah.
Because for that image, they want it to look like it's not comfortable for her. But anything past that young teen stuff, like they're not booking girls that are like 25 or 30 to do
Oh
it
no.
their first anal scenes. No, like you already better know how to do anal by the time you show
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, and a lot of people, cause I had this conversation with somebody, I forgot who it was. It was like, well, yeah, it seemed like a lot of older women getting into business and a lot of older women getting booked. I said, because older women are more experienced and they don't have the same hangups as that of a younger. And
Yeah.
also on the anal side of it, many of these older women been doing anal for years, so this ain't shit for them.
Oh
Versus you
yeah,
take a girl that's 18, 19, they might have done it maybe once or twice, and she's not experienced in it.
yeah, exactly. Absolutely. And like these older chicks, man, they usually come from like a swinger lifestyle. They've gone to swinger clubs and had parties and had rooms full of people watching them get fucked and all, gangbangs and all that stuff. So to them, showing up and having people look at your naked body while you're getting fucked is not a big deal. And
Yeah.
mature videos, man, mature stuff and like older women, that is
Yeah.
such hot sale right now.
Yes, it is. Because it's funny how nowadays that's what people want. They want the older woman. They don't want the young girls anymore.
Well, you
You
know what
know?
I think it is? You know what I think it is? Porn became really, really popular, especially the online porn in like the late 90s, early 2000s. And all of us, like we were younger. And so that there was that whole like that mom fetish. And so as we get older, our large amount of consumers, we still have that, oh, I like to watch older women,
Yeah.
because it's that mom fetish. And same with
Mm-hmm.
girls, it's that dad fetish. That's why you start to see a lot of like more like dad bods and like more natural type guys in film. And I think that's why one of the reasons why my stuff takes off so well is because I don't look like that young, ripped California guy. Like I look like somebody's dad. And so the people really like that because they grew up looking at porn, but they couldn't find it back then. It wasn't being produced. There was no older people in porn like that. You know, if they were
And to be
older, they were
honest
like
with
the
you, a lot of
California
men just look older in porn anyway. When you think about it,
men.
yeah, the men look older in porn because
Oh,
even when you
that's
look at
what.
back in the '80s and
Yeah.
even in the '90s, even Junior St. Jocks and Shawn Michaels, the ones I grew up with, them dudes look like they were in their 30s and 40s,
Well,
and they look
yeah,
no different
men,
now.
their careers will last way longer than the women too.
Yeah,
When a man gets into porn, like he's that seasoned bull. Like we don't have to worry about him showing up and like producing. Like he can show up and fuck. It's not a problem. So it's less of a risk for us to book that dude than like constantly trying to find young guys like they do with women. Women show up,
yeah,
they don't have to get a dick hard. They just show up, open their legs, enjoy it or act like they enjoy it, and it's good. But if a guy shows up and he's not doing a good job, the whole video's
he
fucked.
done. He done. He
Yeah.
ain't gonna get to work no more. He
Yeah.
ain't gonna get no work no more because like I tell any dudes, they will always get new women, but they will always continue to use the same guys because dependability.
Absolutely.
Because it's about because the whole point of it is we have to be able to stay hard, come on cue, and we have to be able to fuck for a certain amount of time and keep it hard. And not many dudes, not even 90% of the fucking dudes in this world can do that.
No, it's hard. Even when I
Yeah.
started doing it, it was like these guys got a camera up next to my ass while I'm fucking this woman. Your foot's accidentally kicking the dude, or like his legs touching your thigh. Like it's
Yeah.
weird as hell. And so like I had to really like train myself to be comfortable to like fuck in front of people. Cause I mean I wasn't used to that. I was just a kid from Utah. I never like that, like so.
Oh no. Don't go out. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Black Wall Street is now online, baby. That's right. Visit the GW District. Shop the very best in men's and women's apparel and accessories, home decor, office supplies, books, pantry items, and so much more. The GW District is a retail marketplace of Black-owned products and media. We're both veteran and Black-owned, and we're bringing you the best online shopping experience with products made by small businesses. Come and experience the GW District difference today at shopgwdistrict.com. That's shopgwdistrict.com. The GW District, a retail marketplace of Black-owned products and media.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Hey there.
Yeah, I got you back.
Yeah. The audio went out for a minute. I said,
Oh,
"Oh no,
that's
it was getting good. It was getting good." So now, to finish what you were saying.
When I first came out here, that's when I wasn't doing just the self-producing stuff like hooking up with random chicks. I was working with like people that were getting booked for companies and stuff like that. So I honestly, I'll admit, man, I struggled. There would be times I'd show up to set and like I couldn't get fucking hard. You show up to a set and the chick was super standoffish, or just like you had a feeling like this chick does not want me here fucking her. So I would go out to the swinger clubs and I would like basically like kind of teach myself, to be comfortable around strangers naked and fucking new people that you never met while people watched. And so that was a big thing that really helped.
Yeah, because without people don't realize, the first thing is you have to get used to motherfuckers being around.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
And even with that, because even with my first scene, because I've never had no one ever not seriously film me. Now I told the story before then when, me and A girl might fuck around. We put up the little video camera, you know, and fuck around and what have you. But not to the level of what I started doing. So I had to get, which I got comfortable. And then after you do it a couple of times, you become more comfortable. Because that's why I tell guys it's more of a mental game than anything else. Because it's about becoming comfortable with having somebody in the room, a cameraman that close to you in your face. That cameraman close to you, period.
Yeah.
You know, because they don't realize how close the cameraman really gets. He gets close.
He gets up in your ass crack while you're fucking.
I'm saying, I'm talking about, I done had him press against me like he's fucking me, or behind me holding the camera and get doggy style. Like I'm looking down at the goddamn pussy and the dick going in there. And I'm sitting there like, I don't want to say, dude, can you move back a little bit so I can at least have a little room for the stroke? I'm not worried about you because you ain't got your dick out, but can you move back just a little bit? Let me hold the camera. I'll do it. Fuck it. Goddamn.
Yeah. Sometimes they get close, especially doing the POV. If they're holding the camera, you're trying to get your dick sucked. Because, you know, sometimes if she's not good sucking dick, it's not easy to stay hard. And then you got a man wrapping around you with a camera in front of you like, okay, you know, we're about to bro up here, you know?
Yeah. And see, that's something else that guys don't get neither. Sometimes the girl just not that good sexually, and we got to work with this heifer.
You know, honestly, to tell you the truth, a lot of the women, especially like for like the companies and stuff, a lot of them are just not good. They're not good at sex, you know? You find the ones like the hot wives or just a chick that's like super new, like they're so horny they can't contain themselves. But a lot of times you work with a girl that's just constantly, you know, she's been working. To her, it's just, okay, here's another dick. All right, let me suck it. They're not putting their all into it. You know, it looks good on camera, but you can tell in person, like, okay, does she really want to be here while this is happening? You know? So you have to learn. You basically, you got to separate like real sex and video sex.
Yeah, because a lot of guys don't realize, like, I done been on set where I was not attracted to the girl like that. I still had to do the shoot. And pretty sure the girl might not be attracted to me like that. Now, once I ate the pussy, her attractability of me went up, but the point being is, initially she may not have been feeling me, you know, period. So you got to be able to, and some girls are not going to be flirtatious. Some girls some girl may not even let you touch them before the scene.
Yeah, a lot of them.
You know,
a lot of them like that.
So as a man, we have to adjust to all that and internalize the shit to be able to get through the shoot. Like, trust me, you'd be surprised what we can imagine during the scene to get through a scene.
Yep.
You know, because women, y'all ain't got to worry about that so much. Because even a woman that's being raped gets wet. Because that's what the pussy does when it's getting hit, when it's getting fucked.
Yeah.
So they ain't got to worry about that shit. They cannot be turned on by you and fuck you and still get wet. And maybe even have an orgasm. With us, not the same.
No.
If we're not attracted to you, we got to have a strong imagination to keep that son of a bitch hard.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not easy. And it's not always a gorgeous woman they bring in the set either.
No. And then even with the gorgeous ones, your mouth can turn me the fuck off.
Oh, yeah.
The females can realize, because she can be fine as hell, be a complete bitch.
Oh, yeah. I've dealt with that a lot. And then you think, oh, my God, I got to fuck her now. What?
Look, I'm going to tell you what my motivation is. Yeah, I'm gonna get you back for all that you being an asshole on set, bitch.
Yeah, dude, yeah. The guys with that mentality that come into the industry that like, okay, she's a bitch, I'm just gonna hate fuck her. Those guys really take off really easy. You know, I came from being like a bedroom lover. You know, like you have a partner for a while and like you just really slamming and pounding 4 or 5 times a day, and she's like, oh my God, never been fucked like this. You think, yeah, I could be a porn star, you know, I'm so good in bed. But it don't work necessarily that way when it's a chick that's like, nah, I don't really want you fucking me. Yeah. So, yeah, that connection's not there. So I had to really kind of teach myself, like, okay, this is this is something very different than the sex that I was used to, you know?
Yeah, because it's funny, like you have been honest, but a lot of these girls ain't been honest about. You can't sit and tell me every time your ass walked on set that dude you wanted to fuck. I don't give a fuck how he looked. You can't sit and tell me every time you went on set you was ready to fuck or you wanted to fuck. Because even with us as dudes, we might come off an argument with our wives.
Yeah,
that's my point.
Yeah, we might come off a bad day at work. You know, our heads fucked up or some shit. Hell, I just shot with my mother in the deathbed before. You feel what I'm saying? And was able to damn bang out a great scene. Actually, 2 great scenes, come think about it. And that was because that was just more of an angry fuck mad at the world because my damn mama's about to die. But the point being is, you don't ever hear nobody talk about that. What do you do when you're
now
not
people don't talk?
Yeah. Can we hear other girls?
Yeah, it's not easy.
I've been thinking girls be lying because they're afraid that somebody gonna be listening to the podcast, and and they're afraid if they say, "Well, nah, it might make other motherfuckers not want to work with it." No, bitch, you being fucking real. Because I'm pretty sure even from Rome Major on down to Rich Man, not every fucking female he was attracted to. I don't give a damn. Not every female they had chemistry with. Not every female that they mixed well with. But they had to get the shoot done.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, you're stud. You show up, you gotta let it fuck. You know, Viagra, that only works if you want to have sex with that person. Your dick will still go down when you're. I know, because I was taking Viagra and shit when I first moved out here. I was like, if I had a shoot, I'd take it that morning. You know, and I'd be okay. I'm good, and it would help power through. But after a while, I was like, man, I gotta stop taking this shit. And so, like, I really kind of focused on like more of a mental game. Like, okay, I got to mentally change how I'm approaching this, because I mean, taking all these pills and you don't need them. Like, that's gonna fuck your body up, you know.
Yeah.
And on the big sets, you know, they use the fucking injectable thing a lot. This is the little secret that I don't know if most people out there probably haven't heard of. Trimax, you know, them big porn sets.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, if you ain't, you know, these big porn sets, if you're not injecting your dick, they are not hiring your ass. And a lot of guys do not want to talk about it. Because it makes you look like you're not a stud if you think, oh, I have an injection. And 2, it pisses the women off. They feel some sort of way like, oh, he wasn't attracted to me, so he had to take something to fuck me, you know? So people don't like to talk about that.
But see, at the end of the day, I tell anybody, don't be ashamed to do that. The reason why, because it's no different than if you're a weightlifter. You're going to take supplements to help build your weight, get your weight up, to get your energy up, stuff of that nature, you know, period. Even though, it was bad at the time, but motherfuckers used to take goddamn, what was it, steroids.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so it's kind of like, no, our job is to stay hard. Not every dude, even though you might be the most hypersexual motherfucker, you do have the moments where the dick don't want to work.
Absolutely.
You know,
if you're the type of guy like me, even in the bedroom, I go up and down, up and down. That's just how my dick naturally works. You know, like I could be real turned on, really attracted. It's going to go down. It won't go down all the way, but it ain't going to stand straight up like I was 16, you know? So you go into a set and you're like, no, I don't need nothing. Up and down, up and down. It's a big set. They're not happy about that. They got to edit the shit out of it. You got to restart. The girl's like, okay, let's get it all the way hard again. Like, they just don't want to fuck with it, you know?
No.
So it's a whole different.
But see, that's why they had the fluff girls back in the day. They stopped that.
They stopped that. And now, like, a lot of the girls are like, oh, well, it's not my job to get you hard. Like, well, you know, like, then I'm going to have to take something to get hard. I mean, they get their feelings hurt about it. And it's a whole complicated thing. So it's a whole, like, the dark side of porn that people don't really want to admit to, you know? But I'm super fucking honest. Like, I'll admit to whatever. I don't give a shit about people judging me or saying something.
Oh, shit, man. I used to go, I used to go to them goddamn convenience stores to get sex with aggression, swag, smoke a blunt and energy drink. Her back broke out. I'm taking her back out. And didn't give a fuck if she saw me take the pill. Because at the end of the day, and the girl was like, well, do you need a pill for me? I said, no, baby, let me explain to you why I need this pill. One, so I can stay hard. Two, we got 3 scenes we trying to shoot.
Yeah.
Which means nut 3 times. 2, I got to be able to stay hard. So at the end of the fucking day, this ain't about your fucking pussy. Actually, I don't give a fuck if you do come or not, baby. It's my pop.
Yeah. Film is kind of different.
Important. Yeah, my pop is what important. Your coming don't mean shit to me. Now, if we off camera, I give a fuck about you coming. But on camera, as long as you do your job and get me that pop, and we do it within 20, 25 minutes, you did your job.
Yeah.
See, which goes back to you got to separate person from business. This is business. It ain't about getting me off. See, ladies, it's not about getting the man off in front of the camera. It's about that dude that's watching that scene that you trying to get to buy this shit to get off.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You're right there. It's not about the dude in the scene. It's about all the dudes jerking off to it.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, especially doing content, well, I look at it 2 ways. Paid gig. You want to do so good and it makes so much money, they'll call you back. Content trade. You want to be so good and do so great that bitch will sell. And in turn, that male talent will call you back or you call him back.
Yeah. That's what it's about. It's about working together, you know?
Yeah. Because I've never asked a girl on set, did you come? I don't give a damn. I've never met a woman get. If you hit it, I was never should have a male talent be asked a woman, did you come? It doesn't matter. It didn't matter.
No, it's different. Like I said, it's a different beast. It's not the same thing. It's not normal sex.
Yeah. And that's, I think that a lot of people be missing a lot of times is that because it's not normal because one, it's not just you in front of the camera. You have to mentally play this scene out as you're going while being filmed. You also got to be mindful of your angles. And you don't want to ever prohibit the camera not seeing nothing. Like one of the biggest mistakes dudes make when he's getting hit on her knees or she's giving him head in position. You take the hand that's in front of the camera and move the hand, not the hand that's in front of the camera because you're blocking the camera.
Yeah. So you got a lot of stuff to think about. And when you start overthinking about how it looks, that's when your dick's going to start going limp.
Yeah, that part. And that's what men had to train ourselves on, to be able to think and keep it hard at the same time. That's why it takes a certain cold mind, cold heart to do our business, bro. Because your mind is running, your mind is thinking a million things during that scene. So it's easy to be distracted from that scene to where your dick go limp. So not only you trying to figure out what position I'm doing next, okay, am I doing this right? Also, got to stay hard. That's why it helps to have a nasty ass freak that can suck a dick, because it helps.
Oh yeah, did pull you away from that to so that you don't have to think about keeping it hard. You just got to think, okay, this is the position, this is the camera angle, and she's doing the fucking amazing job down there, and it's just like, oh, perfect, perfect. And that's honestly, I feel a lot of that comes from kind of messing around right before you start to film.
Yeah.
You get a feel for it. You stick your dick in her, especially if you've got a bigger dick. They need to be stretched a little bit before you start sticking that dick in there. Because if you stick your dick in it and it's too tight, your dick's gonna want to start going limp. It's your body saying, "Hey, it's not ready for it. Let's, it needs to fucking loosen up first." So,
and see, that's another reason why motherfuckers. Another reason, which is funny, why a lot of male times don't do this, which I find funny. That's why you eat the pussy and you finger it before you go in, because one, it gets her revved up. Two, it wettens the pussy and gets the pussy loose. So if you do have a big enough dick, by the time you're ready to go in, it's kind of loose to where now it's a little easier versus you sitting there trying to shove this shit into a tight space. Your dick will go limp quick.
Yeah, real quick.
That's quick.
Not every chick gets all turned on from sucking dick either.
Oh no.
So you do a long like dick sucking video before you fuck her, that not necessarily going to be her turned on and ready to fuck. So yeah.
So that's why I always ate the pussy first. I don't understand y'all motherfuckers don't do that shit. I laugh at you. Because I'm sorry, it's kind of like my mama said it best. If you eat it right and you know what you're doing, she's going to fuck you like a king afterwards. Because you just turned her on so much. And if you're lucky, you made her come. And there's nothing like fucking a woman after she came.
Yeah, because then you know she's enjoying it, you know?
Yeah, she's going to go way on it now. Most definitely. So who all you have shot with since we have last talked, brother?
A whole bunch.
I know you stay.
I've been filming. Well, I moved into this new house, and it's
great big
ass. Yeah, great big ass house, you know. And we've been filming. It's basically a content house, you know. It's like an old '70s mansion type place, and man, we've just been filming, and I've been renting it out to like other people for them to film. Sometimes I'll film for them, you know, produce the stuff for them, direct the stuff for them, or sometimes they bring their own, you know, crew or whatnot. It's a whole bunch. But just recently, like you said, you know, show and tell, Amazon lead, those within the last couple of weeks. Barbie Charlie, you know who that is?
I was just looking at her video. I was looking at the video you were doing with her. Yeah, I know her.
Yeah. So we shot some with her, and then I shot another really good scene. She wanted it to do like an anal rough scene. So I haven't posted it or anything yet because we just shot, I think, last week or you know, a week and a half ago or something like that. So
I see these girls. They more of them liking it rough.
That's good for me. You know who else I met recently? If you know the guy, he's been in porn since like the early '90s. His name is Pascal White.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Exactly. Legend.
Yeah. Vile Vixen paid me to film him and her. And this guy, rough scene wise, when I filmed that shit, this guy was a fucking artist. I was like, holy shit, this guy he's fucking amazing on film. Yeah. You know? And he was fucking hard the whole time. At the end, I was talking to him, he's like, oh yeah, you know, I don't even have to take Viagra or anything because I've been filming porn for so long. And I was like, damn, this guy's mental game is so fucking good.
And see, if you think about it, he's been filming since the early '90s.
Yeah.
So I think it was way harder than it was then now. Because just like you, he stepped in when Big said, you talking about boom mic, you got catering over here, you got the wardrobe lady, the makeup lady over there watching, the cameraman, and the rest of the damn cast over there waiting for your ass to get finished because they about to go to lunch.
Yeah. Real true VHS porn.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So he's been in for a long time. The guy was amazing. He was awesome off film. He was real great. And he does a lot of the he's got a website called Pascal Subsluts. So he fucks a lot of these really submissive women that just like to get the shit kicked out of them when they're filming, slapped. And man, like it was a nasty, nasty video. Like this chick, she's like, oh, she was like, I want to start the scene with me like leaving kiss marks on the inside of the toilet bowl. And I was like, okay. And so he catches her leaving these lipstick kiss marks inside the toilet bowl. And then he was like sticking his foot in the toilet and like shoving his foot in her mouth and slapping her in the face. And he was so good at talking. You know, he was just so calmly like, you have to understand, baby, this is not healthy for you. Slap, 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 you know, and just like, damn, like this guy's fucking talking is so on point. You know, like paddling, like, oh, this is going to hurt me more than it hurt you type mentality of it, you know, where they stay all nice and calm and they beat the shit out of your ass. I was like, damn, this guy's fucking good. So I was like, I was kind of studying him as I was filming, you know, and like, I feel like my rough scenes have really like come up a notch since I watched them. You know, it's like this guy. This is who I kind of want to be like later on in the future. You know, just filming tons of rough scenes, and his company
And see,
makes.
too, also you can tell he's a dom, so he also practices the lifestyle.
Oh
Also,
yeah,
what I can tell.
yeah, extreme rough sex. I mean, if that was just what they filmed on porn, like this guy must get rough as fuck when he's oh, you know, like keeping
Yeah,
girls locked in cages and shit, or I have no idea, but like this guy was loving it, and I was like, damn, like this he's fucking good. He's very very good.
yeah. I hit him up to see if I want to get him on the show to interview him. Cause like I said, just from watching him and see how he moves, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, he's a true fucking dom. He's a true dom. It's not even a question, but even some of the stuff I was watching him do and stuff. So I was like, yo, man, that's a guy that right there. And then too, also when you do BDSM work and you're a dom yourself, I'm sorry, it feels good because the women literally worships you. You feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. I think that's the biggest thing that I enjoyed about it. It was like the rougher and nastier I got, the more they got into it, the more they were attracted to you. And I was like, holy fuck, I've been going about this all wrong, So yeah, no, it's good. It's a whole different aspect from what I thought,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And see, too, also, to me, for what I've seen, ladies like it.
Oh, they love it. Yeah, the women that are into those type of scenes. Oh, fuck yeah. Because that's what they can't get it anywhere else. Like, in the normal dating world, like women are too shy to be like, oh, I want you to slap me and punch me in the eye when you're fucking me. Like you're gonna think they're a freaking psychopath if they try to tell you something like that. Most guys have never had that opportunity to like dwell into something like that, especially if you don't have a BDSM background. It's a whole different aspect. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I studied him, and there's a younger guy that I know in the industry, and he's very similar because he's also from Europe. These European dudes, man,
see,
I want to go to Europe.
Dude, trust me on this. BDSM in Europe is way more of a chain in America because they've been practicing way longer than us. Because I remember back in the mid 90s, I used to watch porn that was BDSM from Germany. It was GGG, that was the name of the company. And they were crazy. You didn't see BDSM over here until mid 2000s, right after, the book came out. I don't want to say the name of that goddamn book. They fucked it up. But anyway, but that's when BDSM became the shit here. But it's always been the shit over there in Europe. Because if you want to find BDSM videos, it was always a European company.
Yeah, mostly German. German porn is amazing. It's amazing stuff.
I love them. God.
Yeah. And the women love it. Nasty, nasty. You stick two hands up in them and all kinds of they're just nasty freaks who just love sex, man. Love it. No limits. Like, yeah, that's the type of women. I want to go to, that's what I want to do now. I want to travel over to Europe and just travel around and just really like sharpen my game on this whole like rough, nasty sex and just kind of bring my image more towards that.
Because to be honest with you, you have a dom's look anyway. You feel what I'm saying? Like if someone saw it, they probably think you was a dom anyway. And then on top of that, too, now you tap into a more niche and more lucrative market with BDSM.
Yeah, very true. And it's different than the BDSM here. Like a lot of the BDSM here is like flogging and paddling. And it's just like that to me, like that don't do nothing for me. But I use my hand on a woman's ass. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, my dick is fucking hard, fast. Yeah. You choke her and just talk like nice and calm and just control. A lot of the mental control, and they just fucking melt. You put your hand on their throat, they just melt. Their eyes roll in the back of their head.
I used to love doing the taking my hand, putting my fingers in their mouth, spreading their mouth, and pushing their nose together while I'm hitting the doggy style. Oh, the fans love when I do shit like that. You know, period. And to me, like I said, it's just more fun when you deal with somebody that's or is into that because the sex is more hotter, it's more intense, it's way more wilder, you know, and it's more of a turn on. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
random.
I think that's a huge aspect. Wild sex. Like, man, I just shoved my hand all the way down to this woman's throat, and she just like damn near, or probably did just squirt all over the floor. I've had them like,
Yeah.
like basically fucking their throat with my fingers, and they're just on their knees squirting, and you do it, and then you stick
Yeah.
your dick in it, and go back to your hand, and yeah, like, it's a whole different thing. It's a whole
Yes, it
different thing.
is.
So I want to go to Europe. That's what I want to do.
Yeah. Yeah. I would love to go to Europe one day. So, but I'm going to have to wrap this up, buddy. We had another great episode. I'm going to have to bring you back so we can talk a little bit more.
Absolutely. Oh, hey, I'm going
brother.
to be down in I'm going to be down in Miami next week, I think, for XBiz.
Okay.
I'll be there through the 14th through the 21st. So XBiz, I think, is like the 16th through the 20th or something like that. But,
I know a couple people going down there for XBiz.
Yeah, I'm up for another award.
Congratulations, my brother. And hopefully you will win again.
Yeah, I hope so.
So with that being said, tell everybody they can spend money on you.
What's that? Oh, okay. Well, I'm definitely on OnlyFans. I have a couple websites. I have my BBW website. That's thor-bbw.com because I love the big women. I love big asses and huge tits. Nice curves and like nice soft bellies. I love big, beautiful women. Always have, always will. And my website is thorjohnson.xxx. You can see all my content on there. And then on I have an OnlyFans for my BBW as well, and that is OnlyFans/Thor-BBW.
Word, no doubt. So, people, another great episode in the books. And with that being said, you know how we end this. Life is a learning experience. What's the point of the experience if you didn't learn anything? Smoke this over. Thank you for coming back to the lounge, Thor.
All right, thank you very much.
Hey, how you doing? Let me tell you about a great deal. Why don't you come on over to the premium smoke room? There ain't no smoke like premium smoke. I'm talking about 4 premium podcasts. I'm talking about Miss Spit Queen and the Porn Rap Star. I'm talking about Pilgrim on Wrestling. I'm talking about Causing Havoc with Princess Havoc, as well as the Read Daily Report. Oh, I'm sorry, 5 STO Dark. Plus also extra premium episodes for some of the hottest ladies and gents in the business of porn. And all this for $4.99 a month. I'm talking about 5 to 6 extra episodes a week on top of the free shit that you get. So do the math. Great deal. Only on Spotify, only on Anchor. Come check me out. Come catch this premium smoke.